You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing the rise of the trusted, lost leaders. Some of you could be a tribe of people or energies that have not had the chance to transfer their potency onto an individual. You have created some type of opening for these energies. I don't believe that they're negative, generally. But a lot of people have blocked it off because it came with a lot of repercussions. It came with having to know things and be able to see past the illusions, past the mist of reality. And that doesn't really make it easy to socialize, to be a part of your family, your community, to just exist. It makes it difficult to be a part of people because more often than not, you become the element that makes them aware of who they are. And that's not always comfortable. But today, this message is about... It's weird. So take it how it resonates. There could be replicas or doubles of you. And this is not for everyone, right? This is some type of experiment, some type of possibility that exists. I'm only mentioning this because I've seen this in some dreams, some prophecies, some revelations, where there is a potential for a lot of progress. I don't know if you're the kind of person that people come to you and say, well, I feel like I've known you before. I feel like I've seen you before. You almost have this resonance that you've lived several lifetimes. You've experienced so much. But at the same time, you have this youthfulness about your energy, this naivety, so to speak, that you cannot quite wash away or brush off. If this is you, this message is for you. You've become, in many ways, bombarded by certain situations in your life that you did not expect. And for very rare occasions, I want to say this has a lot to do with some type of inner wovenness of the worlds that you have lived. And for some of you, this could actually be real, where there is a replica, a double of you, in however way it manifested. Maybe it's because you are, in the astral realm and something happened. Perhaps this is something that you exist in. The sun is shining as I'm talking about this, but anyway, this is something that's passed down to you. I've mentioned this in one of my videos in this channel, where you're coming from a different lineage, a lineage that actually belongs to the hollow earth, and there is some expectations attached to your bloodline. Whatever the case might be, you have some type of shadow that follows you around. And in some cases, you are treated as though you have done the things that you have not. This is for you. This shadow, this almost like this double that seems to exist, there is a great potential for expansion for you. And in many ways, to be honest with you, I feel like this is caused by something that is taking on as an experiment in this world. The people that want to bring back certain entities, bring back certain beings that belong to the empty, the nothing. And the fact that you are impacted by it can have something to do with the fact that you actually might have some type of relation with these beings, these semi-gods, demigods. There's a pull. that perhaps you naturally feel to something that's not quite tangible in this world. Maybe you've been misunderstood so much. You maybe see people as much as you can see yourself, but people seldom get the chance to see you. This is for you. In many ways, you show up in a place where there is a lot of tension, curses, a lot of restriction. There is a feeling about you, around you, in your aura, of change, of constant change. Change that might even irritate you. Change that you cannot help. You're ever changing. People could even talk about you having a bunch of phases or not being predictable. But it's not something that you're doing out of the ego. It's something that's been driven by your spirit, by your intuition, by a higher guidance. I call this the rise of the trusted, lost leaders, because there's something about you that knows the true creator, the God, behind everything all. In fact, perhaps you are the ones that I'm referring to that have been created, that know the nothingness. There has been a great burden that has befallen you. And a lot of things have been sent to reach you. Even though they have reached you in the way that served you. And I want to say there's a lot of irritation when it comes to that. Because you cannot quite be destroyed fully or satisfied or satiated fully. And the depth of feeling that you have almost requires you to seek after that, to want more. Not more material, more egotistical endeavors, but something deeper and satiating. All I'm trying to say is something has told me recently that there are many possibilities in our reality, and if it comes to the point where a part of us, the shadow realm, our replicas, take over, the battle has nothing to do with the fact that you can kill the other you. It has a lot to do with the fact that you can coexist. That they are not the only ones that know you, but you know them as well. You know yourself, both sides of yourself. Because there's some type of wave coming where a lot of you have stood parallel, have stood against society for a long time, where you weren't really believed or trusted. And I'm sure a lot of apocalyptic scenarios came and went, and perhaps you stood in the section that was not really popular. Regardless, this is for you. In this situation, there is no running from who we really are. And the only way out is through that knowledge. So, everything that people have fought you for, everything that you felt isolated because you knew, whether it is about yourself or other people, but it usually starts with just the knowledge of yourself and your mistakes. And it bleeds out. So, because of that, whatever outer world that they're bringing into our world, if that is a part of our reality, right? This is a message of if, because I really don't believe that things are set in stone. Then perhaps that is exactly the moment that you are made for. With that, I'm just going to leave this here. I don't really want to go on and on. So, as usual, until next time, my ladies and pretty gentlemen, bye.